What's up, editors? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jiggy, and today for you, I have 10 tips that will change the way you edit inside of Premiere Pro. Let's get started with number 1, close gaps. As you can see, we have a sequence of clips, and they're pretty far away from each other. We can close each of the gaps by clicking on the gap, right-clicking, and click Close Gap. But doing this for every gap is pretty tedious. Instead, what we can do is that we can head over to Sequence, and then at the bottom, you'll find a button called Close Gap, and it will close all the gaps inside of your sequence. Pretty useful. Number 2, syncing audio tracks. How do you sync these audio files up? One way I used to do it was manually moving the audio track until the waveforms looked pretty similar. Here's a really quick way to do it automatically. Right-click your 2 different audio tracks and click Synchronize. Make sure audio is selected and select the track that you want to do the synchronizing with. Then press OK. After some processing, Premiere Pro will automatically line up those 2 audio tracks for you to use. It's like magic. Number 3, add in strokes to images. Here in the sequence, we have a super simple circle, and then we're going to add a red stroke. Head over to your effects panel and look up the effect Paint Bucket. After you drag and drop the effect onto your layer, go to the Paint Bucket effect, go to Stroke, and select Stroke. It's just that easy. If you have a slightly more complex layer, like a person, just mess with the tolerance a little bit until you find that it works for your subject. If you would like to learn more about Premiere Pro and how to use this industry-leading software, you can check out this learning path on Skillshare. Learning paths on Skillshare are curated classes made by the staff with lessons that compound on each other. I personally like customization, and a small little customization tip that I learned from one of these videos made by Jordy Vandeput was that you can actually change the names of the audio tracks in your timeline so you can instantly spot them as you're editing. Small tip, big impact. I've looked through the lessons in this learning path, and it is jam-packed with information from leading industry professionals. It is so worth it. Skillshare also has other categories such as illustrations, productivity, art, design, and so much more. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will get 1 month free of Skillshare. I think it's pretty worth it. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Now, back to it. Number 4, copying clips from Premiere Pro to After Effects. Here in Premiere Pro, I have 3 layers that I want to transfer to Adobe After Effects. But when I paste the clips, they're being placed in Narnia, not at the playhead. When you want to copy something from Premiere Pro, instead of using the command Ctrl-V, use the command Ctrl-Alt-V. This will make it so your clips paste at the playhead exactly where you want it to be. If you're liking the tips so far, remember to drop a like on the video. And if you want to see more like this, subscribe. I might be able to teach you something new in the upcoming videos. Number 5, the vinyl turntable effect. It's when the music takes a sudden dip into oblivion. There are 2 ways that you can create this effect, and we're gonna start with the easier one. You simply go to Effects, add the Pitch Shifter tool to the clip that you want to change. You expand the column that says Individual Parameters, and you keyframe the transpose ratio so it goes from 1.0 to 0.5. This will make the music lower in pitch over time. That's the first way. The second way is to use Adobe Audition. If you have the Creative Cloud, and I know most of you don't, but if you've purchased the Adobe Creative Cloud, you can right-click the music that you want to add the effect to and click Edit in Adobe Audition. This will open Adobe Audition for you. Whatever changes you make inside of here also appear in Premiere Pro. To add the effect, you select the portion that you want to change of the audio clip, you head over to Effects, then you head over to Time and Pitch. Click Pitch Bender, and make sure the preset is set to Turntable Losing Power. You'll see the effect being visually displayed as a line. Then you click Apply. After that, press Save in Adobe Audition and just exit out the application. When you head back to Premiere Pro, your music will be changed to have a much more realistic vinyl powered down effect. Number 6, aligning your layers. When you want to align your elements to your composition, simply hold down Control while you're dragging that layer around, and Premiere Pro will reveal the snapping points that it has for you to use. It'll make aligning layers 1,000 times easier. Number 7, the keyframe curve bug. I'm sure at some point in your editing career, you've run into this glitch where you animate something to go in a straight line, but instead, Premiere Pro makes it do a curve. This is one of the most infuriating bugs that I've ever encountered inside of Premiere Pro, until I realized it's not even a bug. This is an intended feature by Premiere Pro, and to turn it off, right-click your keyframes, head over to temporal interpolation, and set it to linear. From now on, all your curved keyframe problems will be instantly solved. Number 8, pasting to your target track. Premiere Pro has this pretty annoying feature where even if you select a target track, when you paste the clip, it doesn't paste it to the target track that you set it to. This can make pasting hard, as when you paste, it may overwrite over some of your existing clips, which is not what you want to do. Instead, what you can do is that you can head over to keyboard shortcuts, type in paste. If Control V is set to paste the same track, set Control V instead to paste to target track. Now when you select your target track, whenever you paste, it will paste to the target track. Number 9, unnesting a sequence. Here I have 3 layers. I'm gonna select all of them and nest them. To quickly unnest clips from a sequence, go over here to this timeline option. Uncheck that option. Then when you start dragging your nested sequences onto the timeline, it will instead drag the clips from the nest instead of the nested sequence itself. Number 10, sharing your project files. To share your project files with other editors who use Premiere, head over to File and then Project Manager. You can either collect your existing files and copy them to a new location, but I definitely would recommend clicking the first one. You can choose the destination of the project files by clicking Browse and selecting the folder you want the project files to go to. There's also some other options where you can exclude unused clips, include the audio conform files, include the preview files, and rename the media files to match the clip names. I like to keep this all unchecked, so when I open the project in a brand new computer, it looks exactly the same as when I saved it. As a thank you for watching this far into the video, there is an honorable mention for smoother keyframes. I've created an entire tool dedicated to creating smoother keyframes inside of Premiere. First, you open my application and you set a hotkey. Then you start the script. The way this script works is that it will keep your mouse horizontally straight when you're creating keyframes. This is especially great when handling those tight paddles and you don't want the mouse to go up or down. You can get this and 4 other free tools by clicking the link in my description and signing up for my free newsletter. As soon as you subscribe, I will send you 5 free tools, including the tools that I just mentioned. I'll also send you exclusive editing tips and news that's happening in the industry. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to catch you in the next one.